This is Chatterbinge
with Ed Kalegi and Karen Richmond.
Our next guest has a lot going on. He is the creator and host of the hit Netflix series Somebody Feed Phil, now in its 8th season. His new cookbook, Phil's Favorites, Recipes from Friends and Family to Make It Home, is flying off shelves and into a kitchen near you. He's touring with a live show. And he just happened to create one of the most beloved sitcoms of all time and is co-hosting the Everybody Loves Raymond reunion special airing November 24th on CBS. He was one of the first guests we ever had here on Chatterbinge back in April, and now he's back. It's always great to say hello to Phil Rosenthal. Phil, welcome back to Chatterbinge.
I was a pioneer?
Yes.
I was a pioneer on Chatterbinge?
Yes. You were our Lewis and/or Clark. You could pick whichever one you want, but you were him for us, so we appreciate that very much. And before we get started, I have been asked by my co-host, Karen Richmond, to once again remember to say hello. So Karen Richmond says hello. I've taken care of
Where's Karen?
She's sleeping somewhere in Los Angeles right now. So, so
let's wake her up.
I think next time maybe we will. All right, so let us begin with this new cookbook. I love the idea. I love the book. I love the concept. It is being called a celebration of food, family, and friendship. So, Phil, how did Phil's Favorites come to be?
So the first cookbook, Somebody Feed Phil, the book, was the first 4 years of the show. This new one is the last 4 years that we've done, 4 seasons. And that's the greatest chefs in the world, our most requested recipes that they've graciously given us for the book. So it's one of the best cookbooks in the world already. Not because of me, but because these great chefs, undeniably spectacular recipes that you saw on Somebody Feed Phil. In addition, in this book, I included my famous friends and great family members who all have at least one recipe that I love, love, love as much as any of these great chefs. Like my wife's chicken corn soup, which I'll put up against anybody. She doesn't cook a lot of great things, but this, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. I'd say that's why we're still married 35 years.
Really? Because of chicken corn soup.
Yes.
That's the answer to everything then, I guess.
I think so. It's just like this hearty, beautiful, delicious chicken soup with big chunks of chicken in it and real corn in it. And it's simple and just like you want this on a fall or winter day.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So how hard is it to be the literary traffic cop of food when you've got your wife, you've got your son, you've got your daughter, and close friends? They're all pitching recipes. Did you ever get to a, hey, you can't do lasagna because she's doing lasagna moment? Did that ever happen? I
just cut them out of the family. That's
Very
all.
nice. Very
nice. If they can't cook, they're out. I only have room for people who can. What's the name of the show?
Somebody Feed Phil. There you go.
That's it. That's if you know me, that's your job. Otherwise, I'll die.
I got to ask you, because after reading your books and after watching the show on Netflix, you love food. But more than that, you love communicating, entertaining, and educating through food. Why?
Food is the great connector for me. I think for everybody. We all got to eat, no matter who we are in the world. I meet people, we can't even speak the same language, but we sit at a table across from each other for the first time. Here comes food. Now we have something in common already, right?
Yeah.
We smile at each other. Why? Food's here. Take a bite. Ooh, if it's good, the smile gets a little bigger. We can joke a little bit without even saying anything. I react the way I react. I kept not trying to make a funny face, but people have told me my face is funny. And so I get a laugh from a person just by, asking, is this the right way? With my face, I'm asking, is this the right way to eat this? Do I use this? Do I use that? What do I dip this in this, right? And then they show you just the act of eating is communicating. So I say food is the great connector and laughs are the cement. We're connecting through food. And if we share a smile or a laugh, now we're friends. So for me, that's the bridge that food is. And I'm only using food and my stupid sense of humor to get you this message in the show that I try to say without saying it.
You have me wanting to sit down and share any piece of food with you the next time in LA, because I want this full multimedia experience of eating and talking and experiencing with Phil Rosenthal.
Thanks. I'd be happy to do it.
You got it. The Everybody Loves Raymond reunion special coming up November 24th on CBS. Phil, what was it like to literally go back into that world 20 years after production ended?
It's like your own personal Twilight Zone. They recreated the set exactly with all the props. It was as if the set never moved and has been sitting there for 30 years. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We all got a little choked up at it. It was first surreal, and then I'm talking to Patty Heaton and Brad Garrett and Ray Romano in between our little segments in this reunion special. I'm talking to them, and it suddenly hit me. I have teleported back in time, and I'm giving them notes on the set during a taping of Everybody Loves Raymond. That's what it was like, except look how old I am now.
Yeah.
That's the only difference. A lot of the crew came, and I brought them out on stage. You'll see them at the end of the special. They all come out, over 100 people. Some of them I haven't seen since we stopped production. So it was like this, like imagine your favorite high school reunion or family reunion. That's what it's like.
And it was so easy to fall back into that world.
Yes,
Yeah.
because we're all friends. You know, Ray and I, we didn't know each other when we met to think about working together on a show. You know, he's a comedian. They look for writers to create shows for them, right? And then I'm looking for comedic talent to create a show for. Turns out we both were born in Queens. We never knew each other, but that's already something in common. He told me about his family. The situation of his family is what I based the show on, and what I didn't know about the characters in his family and the stories, I filled in with characters and stories from my family. So it was this happy marriage.
Yeah.
From that time, through the 9 years of doing the show to now, we became best friends, and our families became best friends, and the kids grew up together. So we take a family vacation together every year at Christmas.
How cool is that? That's great. I love that.
The best.
That is awesome. And there is something that you mentioned the last time that we spoke, and it really stayed with me. The fact that the show was intentionally written without any contemporary references, so it would not become dated, and that the interfamily relationships, which are timeless, would always be the focus of each episode. Phil, ever since then, I've gone looking for that, and I found that in I Love Lucy and The Honeymooners. They don't beat me over the head that it's 1955.
Exactly right.
The comedy and the relationships are timeless. So when you
Those were my teachers.
Yes. See, there you go. So when you look back, do you appreciate that decision even more now?
How could I not? We're on every day, sometimes multiple times a day, everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
That was a conscious decision at the beginning. And I didn't do it knowing we'd be on for 30 years, but I thought, here's my chance to have a TV show. Shouldn't I try to make it have lasting value just in case?
And one of the things I appreciate, too, about the episodes is that I can watch any episode, and it doesn't matter what happened in the previous episode or the next episode. And that, nowadays, with modern television, you can kind of get hung up with that. Well, what happened in the last episode? I don't know. With Raymond, you don't have to worry about that. It drops you into the situation, and it's always within the beginning and the end of the episode. And I'm sorry, I'm old school. I love that. I love my story opening and closing. Why?
Because we are human beings and we like stories, and the hallmark of a good story is a good beginning, middle, and end.
Yes. Yes.
That's just whether it's literature, movies, TV, plays, we inherently like beginning, middle, end. That's satisfying. And so that infrastructure of the classic type of sitcom, you mentioned I Love Lucy, The Honeymooners, I could also mention All in the Family, Taxi, Mary Tyler Moore.
Right.
Yes, there's little runners maybe, you know, like in our show, Robert's Love Life. But it's not the thing of the show.
Exactly.
You catch on very quickly. Oh, he broke up with so-and-so, now he's dating this one. Oh, they're getting married. That's a little thread you can follow in season 7 and 8, maybe. Okay. Main thing is you can come at any time. And what does that do? It gives you repeatability.
Yeah.
I've carried these sitcom rules into Somebody Feed Phil. You don't need to have seen any other episodes of Somebody Feed Phil to appreciate this episode you're watching now.
And I've done that. I'll scroll through and I'll think, okay, I want to see this one right now. It doesn't matter if I saw the last one. I'll see that one 2 weeks from now. It's all good.
That's right.
And that's perfect. And I love that. I mean, you're preaching to the choir with that. You've got a live show touring right now. Tell us about that.
It's just so much fun for me. I like it as much as doing Somebody Feed Phil, because for me, it's all about meeting people. And the audience that come, everybody from little kids to dead people. We show a little highlight reel of Somebody Feed Phil. Then I come out with a moderator. I tell hopefully very funny stories about my life and career. And then the second half of the show is my favorite because that's all Q&A with the audience.
Cool. I love that.
And I love when little kids get up and ask me questions.
There you
It's just the cutest thing.
Very nice. Well, once again, Phil's new book is Phil's Favorites, Recipes from Friends and Family to Make It Home. The Everybody Loves Raymond Reunion Special airs November 24th on CBS. And you can visit Phil online at philrosenthalworld.com. Phil Rosenthal, as always, thanks so much for joining us here on Chatterbinge.
Chatterbinge, I love you. Thanks, Ed.
You got it, my friend. Have a good day. He is a ball of creative energy, and he is laugh-out-loud funny. He has carved out two distinctive careers for himself. Everybody Loves Raymond speaks for itself. And now with his food franchise, the show, and the books, and you can tell he has so much fun in what he does. He enjoys his work so much, and it shows through all those years, the finished product of Everybody Loves Raymond, and all of the episodes of Somebody Feed Phil, and these books. That's a wonderful way to live, and that's a wonderful way to work, to truly love and enjoy what you do. I'm Ed Kalegi.
Binging is good. This is Chatterbinge.
And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can always catch our best guest conversations and segments right here on the YouTube home of Chatterbinge.